Everyone has had experiences with procrastination, right? You feel lazy, unmotivated, and then you feel terrible for doing it. But we do it anyway. And in the end, you're worse off than before because you didn't get any work done and you feel much more worse. Honestly, I would have released this video a week ago if I wasn't watching movies, YouTube videos, and playing games all the time. I was procrastinating, which was what inspired me to make this video. So why do we procrastinate? Most of the time, people procrastinate because they feel negative emotions about the work they're putting off. People could be afraid of failing, or they could be getting pulled away by an idea to do something more interesting. Sometimes we block out things from our mind because we don't like doing them. Procrastinating sucks, but there's no shame in doing it. That being said, here are some methods that help me cope with procrastination that you may find helpful. Number 1. The 2-minute rule. Let's say you have to write a big essay for your school project. Instead of thinking you must write a big essay, give yourself a 2-minute timer and say, just write one sentence. Because once you start doing something, it's easier to continue doing it. Another example would be starting a book you want to read. It takes longer than 2 minutes to read a book, of course, but when you tell yourself to read one page, you will get started and want to read more. The 2-minute rule also states that if there's a task which requires less than 2 minutes, then do it now. For example, cutting your nails. Number 2. Getting it done instead of perfecting it. Sometimes we are too afraid to get started because we are scared that what we do isn't perfect. This is like the all or nothing thinking from the 10 unhelpful thinking styles that I've covered last time in another video. Check this one out first. Link in the description if you haven't done so. Just aim to get it done first, and depending on how much time you have left, you can improve it. Number 3. Stop punishing yourself for procrastinating. There's no point in beating yourself up for procrastinating. It only makes you feel like procrastinating more. The more you feel guilty about procrastinating, the more you actually do it. Instead, you could take the guilt and ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen if I did this today? And tell yourself, I might as well do it now so I could procrastinate later. Number 4. Listen to music. Personally, I find that listening to music while doing my work helps too. It stops me from procrastinating because it gives me the energy. I find that listening to calmer, instrumental OSTs do the trick. If you have watched an inspirational, energetic movie, series, or anime, your energy while working on something increases. But at the end, it doesn't really matter. Just listen to what you like. Also, it's proven that we relate music to moments in our lives. Imagine this. You're stuck doing papers and you play a song you enjoy on repeat to help you. Once you have listened to that song enough, you'll find that whenever you listen to it, you instantly remember what you were doing the other time while listening to that song. On top of that, you associate the song to studying, which gives you the motivation to study. Number 5. Clearing your desk. Sometimes having a messy work environment puts you in the mood to be lazy. I mean, look at your desk right now. Is it clean? Or do you still have your unnecessary papers like your primary school multiplication table sitting around? If you do, you want to take a few minutes to clear your desk. Having a clear desk will help you get rid of distractions and you have enough space for you to do your work. Most importantly, free space equals free mind. Number 6. Getting rid of distractions. What is the one thing almost everyone does when they procrastinate? Look at their phones. It's right there in front of you, and you have so many things to do on it. So the obvious thing is to put it aside, right? Sometimes just putting your phone aside is not enough. If you look up to, drink water maybe, you could end up catching a glimpse of your phone. The thought of using your phone would distract you endlessly. Personally, what I do is this. Leave your phone in another room and then try the 2-minute rule. Once you get in the mood to do work, you forget about your phone or any other distractions you may have and you are ready to go. Number 7. Be honest with yourself. Sometimes we tend to set large goals to finish something in a small amount of time. I mean, setting large goals is great, but make sure that the time frame you set is realistic. If you know you can't finish that amount of work in that amount of time, then give yourself more time. You can set some insane goal of doing 10 whole math papers in one day, But no matter how great your goals are, you won't get anywhere if you shoot too high. If you actually manage to achieve your goal, you'll feel great about it, and you'll procrastinate less in the future. We also tend to come up with excuses like, oh, I need to be in the mood, or I'm not ready yet, or I work better under pressure. Come on, that's bullshit. They are excuses and you know it. If you stop making excuses and set yourself to your assignments, you will actually get started and eventually finish it. So, cut it out. These are the ways which help me and my friend to overcome procrastination. But of course, some tips work for some people, while they don't work for others. Which is why I asked a friend to help me with this video. Now it's your turn to experiment yourself to see what works and what doesn't. I hope these tips help to control your dilly-dallying. Remember to like and sub for more diligence. Thanks for watching.